There are dates the soul recognizes before the mind does. November 1st, 2025 is not a coincidence on the calendar. It's an appointment written in the invisible language of the spirit. 4 weeks. Something within you has been moving silently like a vibration you can't name, but that passes through your chest and compels you to look up to wonder whether this tiredness, this emptiness, or this sudden sensitivity has a deeper meaning. It does. You are witnessing the end of a cosmic cycle and the beginning of an entirely new one. October was the test. November is the reset. The universe has been measuring your faith, not through your words, but through your endurance. And if you're here, hearing this, it's because you didn't give up when the silence tested you. You went through heavy nights, through days when nothing seemed to make sense, but in truth, you were being prepared. Every doubt, every loss, every solitude was a necessary purification for this moment, the moment when your soul remembers who it is. The cosmic clock has reached the exact point where the past dissolves and the future is activated. From this day forward, your energy begins to shift frequencies. You're no longer being tested, you're being rewritten. The old versions of yourself are collapsing so that a new divine identity can emerge. There's no accident in you hearing this message. November 1st doesn't mark the passage of time. It marks the awakening of your destiny. Everything that was part of your old world is beginning to crumble, not because you failed, but because the universe decided you could no longer remain in the same place. In recent weeks, you felt the familiar begin to fade. People who were once constants disappeared without explanation. Projects that once felt secure suddenly came to a halt. Emotions you used to control began to intensify to the point of being almost unbearable. And even though your mind tried to resist, your spirit knew the truth. The previous cycle had come to an end. This is not punishment. It is energetic purification. When the universe decrees that a chosen one has completed their lesson, everything that belongs to the old timeline begins to disintegrate. What once held you up can no longer accompany you to the next level. And though it hurts, this dissolution does not destroy, it liberates. Pluto, the great transformer of the zodiac, has aligned with the frequency of rebirth. Its energy does not destroy out of cruelty. It destroys out of love for the truth. Everything built from fear, insecurity, or dependence cannot survive this new vibration. And here is where the soul passes through its most sacred fire, the fire of total surrender. You felt loss. You felt silence. You felt like something inside you is fading. But what's fading isn't your light. It's the old version of you that can no longer hold it. Every relationship that drifts away, every door that closes, every silence that weighs on you, it's not absence, it's divine redirection. God isn't taking from you, He's moving you. And in that movement, everything that doesn't vibrate at your higher frequency begins to vanish. It may feel like the world is standing still, but in reality, the universe is rewriting your destiny in real time. The human mind seeks explanations, but the soul simply nods. It knows something greater is unfolding. Your former timeline, the one where you merely survived, settled, or pretended to be stronger than you were, is expiring. It's as if the entire script of your life is being erased by invisible hands to write a new chapter in the ink of your evolution. Don't resist. The chaos you feel isn't destruction. It's an energetic birth. Your spirit is expanding beyond the limits that once contained it. Look around. Yes, the old scenes are collapsing, but new portals are opening right behind the dust. And while one door closes, another begins to shine. But that light doesn't reveal itself to the impatient. It shows itself to those who pause, breathe, and trust. The universe asks you for the rarest kind of faith, believing without evidence. Walking among ruins knowing you are under construction. remaining in the void while understanding you're being recalibrated. Don't fill the silence with distractions. Allow the emptiness to do its work. In that blank space, your new energetic code is being installed. This is the moment when the universe deletes old files, clears your field, and downloads in you the frequency of your new self. Yes, it might feel like a fog. Days blur together. Memories intertwine. Emotions fluctuate. But you're not losing control. You're aligning with your new destiny. The skin that sheds isn't loss. It's growth. The tears that fall aren't weakness. They're purification. And the silence you hear isn't absence. It's the voice of God reorganizing your inner universe. When everything seems to come to a halt, remember this. You are not being destroyed. You are being redesigned. Your old timeline fulfilled its purpose, and now it dissolves with gratitude. Let it go. Remain still in the midst of the collapse, for in that sacred stillness, destiny begins to move in your favor. For so long you became accustomed to surviving that you forgot what it felt like to reignite from within. But the universe never let you go out completely. It kept a hidden spark deep within your soul, waiting for this exact moment, the moment of rebirth. At first, it's subtle, a new calm, a clear intuition, an idea that arrives effortlessly. You feel something returning, the fog lifting, the exhaustion transforming into clarity. And that feeling isn't an illusion. It's your inner flame reigniting. The soul reactivates like the flame of a candle protected in the Creator's hands. It doesn't ignite with haste, but with purpose. Because this time, it doesn't burn to light the way for others. It burns to remind you who you are. This energy awakening within you is sacred. It is the life force of the Spirit reclaiming its throne. After so long seeking light outside of you, you finally understand you are the source. During this process, you'll notice changes. New ideas will strike like lightning. Your creativity, once dormant, will be reborn with intensity. The motivation you thought was lost will return, but this time it won't be driven by the anxiety to achieve, but by the joy of being. And then something miraculous happens. Your fire stops depending on the outside world. You don't need anyone to validate you. You don't wait for circumstances to change. You're no longer desperately seeking signs. You simply act from the inner certainty that the universe is moving with you. This is the energy of Mars aligning with your divine purpose. It's not blind impulse. It's inspired action. It's the exact point where the soul says, I'm ready to move forward, even if I don't know where the step will take me. And the universe responds. Suddenly, what once was resistance becomes flow. Delays vanish. Blockages dissolve. Energy begins to move again, and life starts expanding around you. Not because you're forcing change, but because your frequency is aligned with your destiny. Your inner fire is not ambition. It is purpose. It is a reminder that you didn't come here just to endure pain, but to embody transformation. When the fire is lit within the chosen one, the entire universe feels it. Paths light up. Synchronicities multiply. Numbers like 111, 222, 333 begin to appear constantly, not as superstition, but as confirmation codes. It's how the heavens say, yes, you are on the right path. During this rebirth, your voice changes. You no longer speak to convince, but to express truth. You no longer seek to impress, but to inspire. Your presence becomes magnetic, not because you seek attention, but because you embody authenticity. And that authenticity is fire, a fire that heals, that guides, that transforms. If for years you felt invisible, get ready. The universe is amplifying your frequency. Not to make you superior, but to make you visible to those who need your light. Your flame does not return by chance. It returns because the world needs it lit, because there are souls waiting for the reflection of your fire to remember their own. So don't hide it. Don't dim it to fit in. Don't shrink it to please. This time, let it burn. Let its warmth melt the rigidity of the past. Let its glow illuminate the still unknown paths, and let its power awaken the sleeping truth within you. Your inner fire doesn't just symbolize your return. It marks the exact moment when the universe stops preparing you and begins to move with you. You have survived the darkness. You have crossed the threshold of silence. And now you are here, lit from within, ready to be the beacon the world has long been waiting to see. You're not imagining things. You are experiencing the collapse of linear time. Your consciousness is expanding beyond the structure of cause and effect, beyond before and after. And while your mind tries to understand it, your spirit already knows. Time isn't progressing, it's converging. This happens when your vibration reaches the level of the eternal soul. The you that lives within the body synchronizes with the you observing from the higher plane. That's why you feel confusion. That's why everything seems simultaneous. Because it is. In higher planes, the past, present, and future are just different angles of the same point of light. And now, that light is shining within you. On November 1st, 2025, Neptune's energy merges with the frequency of the moon, opening a portal between the tangible and the invisible. It's a transit that awakens intuition and sharpens spiritual memory. During this time, you may dream of symbols, places, and people you've never seen, but your soul remembers them. You may glimpse parallel lives, possible futures, or realities that seem to repeat with slight variations. Don't be afraid. This isn't madness. It's multidimensional alignment. The universe is showing you that destiny is not ahead. It's all around you, waiting for you to choose the right frequency to enter. Here a deep shift occurs. Manifestation accelerates. What used to take months can now materialize in days, or even hours. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs become instant commands to the quantum field. Time no longer separates desire from fulfillment. Only your frequency does. That's why in this phase, serenity is power. The anxious mind distorts the outcome. The trusting heart magnetizes it. Fear only exists when you believe in delay. Because fear is the shadow of not yet. But in elevated consciousness, you realize everything is happening now. And in that realization, the soul finds peace. The veil between worlds becomes thin. Dreams become messages. Animals, numbers, and songs become guidance codes. A butterfly may signal transformation. A wolf may remind you of leadership. A golden light may confirm your alignment. Nothing is coincidence. Everything is sacred communication. During this process, your body also changes. You may feel waves of energy, pressure in your head, dizziness, or insomnia. These aren't physical symptoms. They're energetic adjustments. Your DNA learning to process higher frequency light. Your biology is being calibrated to the rhythm of your destiny. And even if you can't explain it in words, something inside you understands it perfectly. It knows that time isn't running out. It's being rewritten. From now on, your reality will respond in real time to your vibration. You think, and it happens. You feel, and it appears. You bless, and it multiplies. You've entered a dimension where miracles are no longer promises, but reflections. The universe no longer makes you wait. It responds to your presence. For a long time now, an invisible team has been walking with you. Your guides, your ancestors, your angels. They've been waiting for your energy to reach the right frequency, the exact point where their help could manifest. They couldn't intervene while you were learning the lessons of free will. But now that your soul vibrates in truth, surrender, and faith, they activate. And you begin to notice it. A white feather appears in an impossible place. A light flickers when you pray. The numbers repeat: 111, 333, 777. These are heavenly codes, confirmation that you are being supported. Yet not everything arrives as comfort. Sometimes divine help wears a mask of loss, a job that falls apart, a relationship that fades, a plan that doesn't come through. But your soul recognizes it because the universe doesn't take, it redirects. Every emptiness has a purpose, every ending a higher door. And when you understand this, something within you expands. You feel an invisible current guiding your steps, as if your decisions are already being assisted by something greater. Your intuition sharpens. Your days begin to flow more easily. You no longer walk alone. You walk with heaven synced to your breath. What once felt like chance now looks like design. Every encounter, every delay, every detour was part of the map drawn for your evolution. The difference is, now, you can read the signs. Heaven doesn't move out of compassion. It moves out of coherence. When your vibration matches out of the higher realms, divine assistance happens effortlessly. Abundance, love, and opportunities are not rewards. They are vibrational responses. So when something aligns easily, don't question it. When a path opens without obstacles, don't fear it. It is God moving the invisible pieces you couldn't see, trusting that you are now ready to receive. November 1st, 2025 marks the exact point where your old story ends and your new destiny begins. It's not just a date, it's an energetic decree. For months, the universe has prepared you through trials, silence, loss, and signs that seem meaningless. But today, everything comes together. Today, you understand that nothing was random. Every breakdown, every delay, every tear was part of a greater design. The process that had to bring you to this moment, the moment when the soul remembers its purpose and accepts its power. From now on, you are no longer the same. You are no longer surviving the cycles of fate. You are creating them. You've gone from being a spectator to becoming the author. Everything that happened before had a single intention: to clear your field, open your frequency, and allow divine energy to express itself through you without resistance. And now that energy flows, free, unblocked. Everything that once felt closed begins to expand, because the universe is responding to a new version of you, one that Fina, LOY, understands that the power is not outside, but within. Take a deep breath and feel the shift in your body. Your heart beats differently. Your mind is clearer. Your spirit steadier. You have entered a state of sacred alignment where every word, every thought, and every decision you make will resonate in the invisible fabric of the cosmos. The universe is listening, and what you declare from this point forward becomes energetic law. So now, speak with your soul wide open, without fear, without doubt. I accept my new destiny. I walk in divine alignment. I am ready. Every syllable carries power. Every word is a code that commands creation to move in your favor. The moment you speak it, the universe responds. Timelines adjust. Doors open. Synchronicities multiply. You're no longer waiting for the miracle. You are the miracle. What once seemed like a dream now becomes a living frequency surrounding you, pushing you forward, recognizing you as a chosen one to ignite a new era of light on earth. So tonight, while the world sleeps and the veil between planes thins, close your eyes and repeat your declaration. Visualize how every atom of your being aligns with the vibration of purpose. Feel that heaven is not above you, it's within you. that divinity is not something you seek. It awakens when you choose to remember who you truly are. The waiting time is over. The timeline is active. The universe has already executed the command your soul issued. From now on, everything will move in sync with your evolution. Your path won't be perfect, but it will be guided. It won't be easy, but it will be true. Comment with intention. I claim my new destiny to seal this energy in the physical realm. Because every word spoken with faith leaves a mark on the universe. Like, subscribe, share, expand this frequency, because your story of light is only just beginning. The world has been waiting for your awakening. And today, at last, the soul that forgot its power has remembered. Welcome home, chosen one. The universe bows to the light you've just ignited.